Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're taking a seriously breathtaking journey across the globe. If you're someone who just craves a sense of adventure, discovery, and raw natural beauty, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to break down some practical, awe-inspiring tips for visiting the 10 most beautiful places on Earth that you simply must see before you die. But we aren't just going to list them off. We're really diving into specific tips on how to truly experience the unique atmosphere of each location. Okay, let's get started.
The world is full of wonders. Start exploring. That simple idea is totally our guiding compass today. This isn't just about taking an ordinary run-of-the-mill vacation. It's about deeply connecting with hidden wonders, soaking up that absolute perfect lighting, and stepping right into the ultimate adventure.
And we're doing this by focusing on exactly 10 places. 10. What I love about this number is just how insanely hard it is to narrow the entire Earth down to just 10 spots, right? Out of millions of incredible destinations on our planet, this itinerary has been distilled down to the absolute pinnacle of global wonders. Because it's so highly curated, the tips we're sharing for these specific biomes are incredibly valuable.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap. We've grouped these wonders into 4 biomes. First, coastal and island paradises. Second, majestic mountains and canyons. Third, mystical skies and ruins. And finally, the world awaits you.
Section 1. Coastal and Island Paradises. Blue Waters and Sunsets. Our first ocean wonders are Bora Bora in French Polynesia, Santorini in Greece, the Maldives, and Australia's Great Barrier Reef. Now, while they all feature stunning water, obviously, the crucial tip here is that each one requires a completely different approach to truly capture its magic. Let's look at the specific visual experiences you should be seeking out at these coastal escapes.
Take the Maldives versus the Great Barrier Reef, for example. In the Maldives, your ultimate tip is to just lean into pure, unadulterated luxury. You want to embrace the white sandy beaches, the crystal clear blue water, and really take in that tropical sunrise. It is purely about relaxation and pristine beauty. But over at the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, it's a whole different ballgame. It's an active, immersive experience. The tip here is to physically dive in for an exploration of the colorful underwater coral reefs and vibrant marine life. 2 aquatic environments, 2 completely different ways to experience them.
So the crucial point is, if you're in Bora Bora, the pro tip is to watch the sunset reflections just dancing on those turquoise lagoons right from your overwater villa. Sounds amazing, right? But in Santorini, the strategy completely changes. You aren't on the water, you're way above it. You need to position yourself high up in those white cliffside villages to catch the golden sunset setting right behind those iconic blue domes overlooking the Aegean Sea. Timing the light there is absolutely everything.
Section 2. Majestic Mountains and Canyons. Scale and Adventure.
Our next 3 destinations promise massive scale. Banff National Park in Canada, the Swiss Alps in Switzerland, and the Grand Canyon in the USA. If you're looking for that grand, sweeping feeling of being just a tiny speck in a vast, wild world, this is absolutely where you want to go. Let's look at the Swiss Alps first. The tip here is to really embrace the serene, civilized pace. You want to take those mountain trains through the green valleys and peaceful villages nestled under snow-covered peaks. Now contrast that with the Grand Canyon. This is pure, raw, epic adventure. Did you know the canyon is over a mile deep in some places? Just try to wrap your head around that. To truly understand its staggering scale, you need to seek out dramatic aerial views. Seriously, get in a helicopter to fully take in those massive red rock formations. It's a completely different adrenaline level.
When visiting Banff National Park in Canada, the tip is to become the hiker. You really need to walk through those crisp pine forests until you reach the majestic turquoise waters of Lake Louise set against the Rocky Mountains. On the flip side, for the Grand Canyon, while those helicopter views are incredible, you also must physically stand on the edge at a canyon viewpoint. Specifically, do it at sunset to watch the golden hour light completely change the colors of those immense rock faces. It's literally like watching a painting come to life.
Section 3. Mystical skies and ruins. History and magic.
Our final trio of locations includes Machu Picchu in Peru, Cappadocia in Turkey, and the dramatic landscapes of Iceland. Each of these spots offers something that feels almost, supernatural compared to our previous stops. They boast this otherworldly atmosphere of historical and natural discovery. Now, what's really interesting about this is Iceland. Your itinerary here is absolutely packed, and it's basically a masterclass in dynamic extremes. By day, the tip is to stand near those deafening, powerful waterfalls, to just feel the raw energy, and then walk across the dramatic black sand beaches, which, by the way, are stunning, but definitely bundle up because that coastal wind is freezing.
Then by night, you're hunting for the ultimate cinematic shot, witnessing the aurora borealis dancing over the glaciers. Moving to our other mystical locations, we have a beautiful contrast, but the ultimate tip for both is exactly the same. Wake up before dawn. Seriously, set your alarm. At Machu Picchu in Peru, you want to arrive early to beat the crowds, feeling like an explorer as the sunrise burns off the misty mountains to reveal those ancient, hidden ruins. In Cappadocia, Turkey, you also want to be present at sunrise, but this time to witness hundreds of hot air balloons taking flight above the magical landscape of fairy chimneys. One wonder is hidden in the misty earth, the other literally takes flight in the glowing morning air.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4. The world awaits you, beyond the map.
When you stand on a peak and just look out, it gives you this incredibly inspiring, zoomed-out perspective on life. When you actively seek out these amazing locations, whether it's diving in the reef, watching those balloons in Turkey, or hiking the Alps, you step out of your comfort zone and really connect with the sheer vastness of our planet.
So, what does this all mean for you? Which of these 10 cinematic wonders are you going to explore first? We've talked through the actionable tips. You know to look for the sunset reflections in Bora Bora, you know to hike the pine forest to Lake Louise, and you know to hunt for the northern lights over Icelandic glaciers. The blueprint for a deeply emotional adventure is right here, ready for your bucket list.
The world is full of wonders. Start exploring. I really hope this explainer has given you the structural roadmap and the visual tips you need to go out there and witness these breathtaking places for yourself. But remember, they aren't going to wait forever. So what is actually stopping you from booking that ticket today?